Machado do multiple great plays, it feels like every game.
So 2 ground ball outs, and that'll bring up one of Team Korea's leaders, their center fielder, Jung-Woo Lee. He is the captain of the squad. An MVP in the KBO before coming stateside and signing that big contract to play with the San Francisco Giants.
Well, one thing for Sanchez right now, he's getting a lot of ugly swings. That's a 2-seamer at the hands right there. He's got it going tonight.
Quickly behind 0-2 is Jung-Woo Lee,
grandson of the wind.
His father, Jung-Boom Lee, nicknamed Son of the Wind. So, as such, grandson to the wind was a pretty good player in Korea, too. Little noise behind Sanchez. And in all business, start to the night by the Dominican ace. Korea goes down in order. Half inning gone. Korea 0. DR coming to bat.
Why suffer through painful heartburn longer than necessary? For effective relief, nothing works faster than Alka-Seltzer. The effervescent formula begins neutralizing acid in seconds to effectively relieve heartburn fast. Try Alka-Seltzer.
This is still Domino's best deal ever. I mean, it's the only deal that gets you any Domino's pizza with any toppings for just $9.99.
You're saving $20.
Said save like $32.89.
Only at Domino's.
Mama, look.
It's just like our new house.
Warranty.
I hope you have an American Home Shield warranty. Leaky toilet? Fixed. Clogged AC coils? Fixed. Oven beyond repair? Ta-da! If AHS can't fix your covered item, then replace it, no matter its age.
A warranty is smart.
Oh, a happy family.
Is that us?
Too much. American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
I've been saving for my first house for years, but to get the best mortgage rate, I want to keep improving my credit. With Chime Card, I can build credit safely, earn cash back, and grow my score with monthly bills. My score's up 80 points, and my first home is in sight. Start banking fee-free at Chime.
Introducing a better way to work with the new Desk Riser from Branch. Bring movement into your workday by transforming any surface into a standing workstation within seconds. Explore the Desk Riser and other ergonomic essentials at branchfurniture.com.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better online protection with NordVPN. It will encrypt your online traffic, protect you from malware, phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get NordVPN now.
If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America, only on Fox.
Baseball and community go hand in hand, and with pitch, hit, and run, you can make a lasting impact. Scan the QR code to sign up and host an event.
Well, Team Korea knew that if they got this far into the knockout round, they were saving their best weapon for this night to try to move on through the quarterfinals. And it's one of the most highly decorated stars in the history of the KBO. Hyunjin Ryu on the mound for the Koreans tonight. Try to run the gauntlet. Tatis Jr., Marte, and Soto to start for Team Dominican Republic. Will set the rest of the DR lineup in a moment. Hyunjin Ryu will be 39 years old at the end of this month.
Yeah, he certainly is not the MLB ace that we knew, right? 78 career wins. He threw for a 3.27 ERA. A little bit of a different pitcher. He's going to rely on that fastball, that changeup. He's got to move, the Dominican hitter's feet. He's got to use all quadrants of the zone if he's going to have success today.
Burst onto the scene in Korea. First player in the history of their league to win Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season. Left as a star, signed a big deal to come stateside. He was an all-star with the LA Dodgers, finished second in Cy Young voting in 2019. Had a great run during the time date stamp you see on the screen, and then returned to Korea, where he is still pitching professionally in the KBO. And a full count to Fernando Tatis Jr. Ryu's 3-2 home, and it's still a full count. So one of the things that, and you've seen it yonder because you've been doing the entire pool here and you've watched the Dominican lineup in the pool round. One of the things that's impressed their coaching staff, we spoke to a lot of them today, it's not just the power, it's the quality of the at-bat. Willing to take walks, unlike previous incarnations of this team when they've all been out there looking for homers. There seems to be a cohesiveness in this group this
And I think
year.
that's been the message, right? Pass the bat to the guy behind you. Do all the little things you can do. Get on base. Not just go searching for a home run. It's actually searching for big innings.
Tatis is locked up on a big yacker. Oh, Hyun-Jin Ryu pulled a pitch right out of the 2019 season.
A lot of fastball changeup in the at-bat. And this is what he's going to have to do. Trick him a little bit. Surprise him a little bit. How about this view right here? You think it's at your head, and then it just drops off the table.
So after the strikeout starts the night, here is the three-time All-Star Ketel Marte.
One thing they're doing in that dugout, Dominican dugout, is they're very good at communicating. Like if they're seeing something, Tatis is letting everybody know. And this is a team that loves to hit left-handed pitching, career-wise. I mean, we're looking at one of the best here in Ketel Marte.
About that for a history with a big gap. Plenty of head-to-head between Marte and Ryu, but nothing since 2019. I think regardless of who gets to work on the mound for Team Korea, as we take a look at their manager, Ji Hyun-Ryu, they know that there is trouble around every corner. Last time Team Dominican Republic took the field, their first four hitters in the lineup all homered. There are 22 combined All-Star appearances among the first five hitters in this lineup. I mean, it's a scary proposition. Ryu's fallen behind the 3-1, and it's a full count.
And that's where the Dominican team has to lay off. They have to try to lay off that four-seamer at the top of the zone right there. Because all Ryu is trying to do is set him up for the next pitch. We saw a 3-2 curveball to Tatis on this count. That fastball at the top sets up a changeup and a curveball.
One gone, bases empty, bottom of the first, and a chopper to shortstop for Ju-Won Kim. Two quick outs for Ryu. Rest of the Dominican lineup for Albert Pujols. Juan Soto bats third. Guerrero and Machado follow. Junior Caminero, 45 homers, is a 21-year-old last year. Julio Rodriguez, a three-time All-Star. Agustin Ramirez and Geraldo Perdomo round things out for Team DR.
It's a dream team.
I mean, good night. So with two gone, here's Soto. The four-time All-Star and six-time Silver Slugger picks on the first pitch. Hyun Kim bobbles, recovers in plenty of time, and it's a scoreless first for Ryu. Team Korea's biggest lineup threat will hit the top of the second in a scoreless start to the night.
All right, team, listen up. Drivers are getting blindsided by out-of-warranty breakdowns. When they call CarShield, they're not just looking for protection on up to 5,000 parts and systems. They're looking to save money for their families. Yeah! That's why CarShield offers 24/7 roadside assistance with every plan. Yeah! That's why plans are month to month. Yeah! That's why... Woo! Why? Nice form, but we're supposed to knock out repairs, not each other. Yeah!
Call 800-946-5163.
The best against the best.
What do you know about this baseball? Where samurai swing bats. Here, teammates become opponents. Anyone can be a superhero. And stadiums become orchestras. This is baseball, with nothing held back. Expect everything.
The game of survival is in your hands. Good luck.
They came out here to win $250,000.
Let's go!
You're playing a totally different game than we're playing in the wilderness.
You all want to hate me? That's fine.
Start scheming, boys. I need some goodies. Please hit that button.
Oh my gosh.
I should have applied for the floor. Rob Lowe wouldn't do this to people.
Extracted. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Who'd you make this for? I wouldn't have lived this long if I discussed my clients. You may not live long if you don't.
We do the job, we don't ask questions.
Hi, Dad.
I'm gonna cook and then I have to go.
What?
My mind, it hasn't been right. I'm confusing time. No one can know. My secret.
Memory of a Killer. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
The United Football League is back. A game experience like no other.
Beautiful throw.
This is the United Football League. It all kicks off March 27th on Fox.
Some of the beautiful pictures here at Lone Depot Park in Miami. Rest of the tournament will play out right here after the quarterfinals that are split between here and Houston. A scoreless start to the night in this one. And the reigning Rookie of the Year in the KBO, Yoon-Min Ahn, leads things off for Korea against Christopher Sanchez in the second. One of the more disciplined hitters on a very disciplined lineup. Ahn finished his rookie year with more walks than strikeouts in the KBO last season. I mean, those numbers play in any league. 2 groundouts and a strikeout looking for each starter tonight. Big pass and a miss to put on behind 1-2.
That's Sanchez. Sanchez wasn't doing that against his Nicaragua team that he had to face. He wasn't winning those 1-1 counts. That's a good changeup right there.
Well, you mentioned how he was shaky in that Nicaragua start. His opening assignment in the Classic, threw 28 pitches in that first inning. Got through the first inning tonight with only 12.
Efficiency.
I mean, the punch outs are nice, but when you're limited to 45 pitches, that takes you a lot deeper into your pitch count than you could have been. And a chopper for Marte. Infield's been busy so far tonight for the Dominicans, and there's one away.
And that's a very good sign if they are. That means you're being efficient. You're down in the zone, and that's what Sanchez thrives on.
So here is Boo Kyung-moon, and as we talked about, he has done much of the heavy lifting for Team Korea so far. 11 runs batted in, the most ever for any player in the first round of the tournament. And rather anxiously chopping one to Machado, who is in a perfect spot. Remember what Vladimir Valentin did 2017 for the Dutch? Oh, that was a lot of fun to watch.
He broke a record for most home runs in Japan.
And Masataka Yoshida came stateside right after that big 2023. Here's Shea Whitcomb now with 2 quick outs on the board.
And a lot of times for these hitters, they've seen Sanchez before, but only on video, only on games live. So when you're facing a guy like this, it's much easier to go out there and be super aggressive.
Ball and no strikes. Whitcomb having spent parts of the last couple of years with the Houston Astros, and he plays for Team Korea by virtue of his mother, Yooni, who is Korean. A ball and a strike to count from Sanchez.
The best way I can describe it is when I was a rookie facing Kershaw. I had only seen him in high school, in college when I was there. So when I first faced him, I said, I have to be over with the at-bat in 3 pitches.
Because you didn't want to get behind.
Did not want to get behind. I had seen it too many times.
Wow, all business, man.
A car
CarShield, we want our employees to be themselves.
Where's my yogurt? Woo! How'd that taste?
But at the end of the day, it's all about the customer.
CarShield's doing it better than anybody else alive. They're the money-saving, roadside assistant, son of a guns protecting you from expensive car breakdowns. CarShield cars go farther. Woo!
Greenlight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores and save. We started using Greenlight to get chores done, but it has led to so much more.
Hey Noah, what are you doing?
I'm researching the stock market.
What's a stock market?
Out here, we work hard for the things that matter. Our property, our animals, getting more out of every day. Out here, the hard work you put in pays you back over and over. Because there's no better feeling than making time for what matters most. And knowing this life out here is yours. Tractor Supply for life out here.
Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Experience our most powerful blower that exceeds the power of gas. The industry's most powerful cordless pressure washer and a string trimmer so smart it loads the line with the push of a button. Find an Ego retailer near you.
Oh my goodness. What's your number?
I'm a 9.5. I'm a 10.10 guy.
10 and 5. The all-new PXG Gen 8 irons are engineered around a pair of revolutionary adjustable weights. I'm a 4.3 guy. And the numbers mean each club weight is dialed in for you and your game. So you can turn a slice into a fade, a hook into a draw.
Pretty amazing. It's going to help a lot of people.
Visit PXG.com to find a fitting location near you. What's your number? PXG. You've never played like this before.
Precise designs, subtle curves, curated upgrades, elevated design for thoughtful living. Thuma.
Welcome back to the knockout round of the World Baseball Classic. About an hour away from Canada and the U.S. in Houston, and here in Miami, a scoreless start to the night between the Dominican Republic and Korea. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado, and Junior Caminero against Hyun-Jin Ryu in the second. Former Toronto Blue Jay teammates, albeit for a short time.
Yeah, he had a little laugh at that first pitch, moving his feet.
I remember you.
I remember you. Gotta come in on you once in a while. Talking to Vladdy, I asked him, how's your dad doing? He said, great. He goes, how does he like watching you on TV? He goes, horrible. He's a nervous wreck. Doesn't like to watch his son, and even more of a nervous wreck when he comes to the stadium. I said, your dad played forever.
Your dad's in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He goes, oh, no, it's a different story when he's watching me.
He probably gets more, a little bit more into his son's career. Oh, that's what we do as dads. And there's ball 4. And there's some of the great plate discipline that we discussed in the first inning. Some easy takes.
It's what they do. And they are able to slow down the game, slow down the pitcher, dictate the at-bat. That's the key for this Dominican team. They'll let you know what they want to do throughout the at-bat.
34 walks drawn by the Dominican Republic side. 16 of those walks in the tournament have come around to score. And here's Manny Machado now, the 7-time All-Star and future Hall of Famer. And he takes strike 1.
Another former teammate. When Manny was with the Dodgers.
We forget about that half a year, don't we? The Dodgers have not forgotten about it.
Oh.
What an odd place Manny occupies in Dodger franchise history. He was one of them.
Got to the World Series.
And he's become their main agitator ever since leaving there. 2 balls and a strike to Machado.
That's a good lay right there from Manny.
And we're talking about a guy in Rio, by the way, whose control was legendary when he was in the States. It has stayed that way in Korea. Walked only 25 batters in 144 innings last year. And Manny sends that one into the outfield. First ball that's been put in play out there. Jahmai Jones handles it for out number 1.
Just a little bit off the end right there. Backdoor slider. That's what Ryu does, right? It's working the corners, trying to see if you're going to chase. When you think you're in a fastball count, you're not going to see the fastball. A little bit of backwards pitching.
Here is the 22-year-old Tampa Bay Rays star Junior Caminero, who's straightened up on strike one. 71-mile-an-hour bender.
For this offense being so elite, all the players are raving about this kid. They think he's going to be one of those guys, very, very special and playing for the World Baseball Classic for a long time. We talked to Albert about him, and he took 10 minutes just to talk about him.
Kind of a nice moment earlier in the tournament where he was almost in a ceremonial fashion kind of handed the baton, for lack of a better way to describe it. And he's been having a lot of fun in this event, as those numbers indicate.
A very quick bat. I mean, one of the fastest bat speeds in the game. Like that right there. Just enough to hit it for a foul ball and stay alive. I mean, he could have been sitting breaking ball here, but he sees the fastball, he jumps on it.
You know, because Ryu's not going to be out there for a long time, that's going to stay fair and do a little damage. It's going to rattle around in the corner. And they're going to wave Big Vladdy, throw to the plate. What a slide! He's saved! Oh, man! Vladdy mid-air.
Check this out. Gets a pitch down in the zone, just like Vladdy's dad used to do. But the best thing is Vladdy right here with his secondary in the lead. But once this turns, look at this. He sees what's happening. Beyond that circle, Julio Rodriguez is telling him to slide right. He trips. He still was able to make it. Oh, man.
We saw Vlad take flight like that against the Yankees in the postseason last year.
Picture perfect.
Yankee fans look away. Infield in. That ball smothered by Kim. Throw to first base. Brings in another score on an RBI ground ball off the bat of Julio Rodriguez.
A quick ambush right here. Understanding the infield's in. Just got to make contact. And that's something they struggled on in the previous World Baseball Classic in 2023. They were trying to go big fly all the time. A lot of strikeouts. Not this year.
Well, that's a good play by Ju-Won Kim, the shortstop. You know, you bring your shortstop in like that, you're risking losing that ball because of the angle. Really good play. Ball and no strikes to Agustin Ramirez. 24-year-old Miami Marlin playing in the World Baseball Classic in his home park. Big numbers in his first full year in the Grande Ligas last year. Three balls and no strikes from Ryu. And there's ball four.
Not an ideal walk right there by Ryu.
They even showboat the walks.
Oh, yeah.
Ramirez with a little style there.
Well, he had the green light 3-0.
Oh, I see. He wanted to hit.
He wanted to hit.
Chapped. Coming at you in 3D. Five-time All-Star flying into your living room.
For kids at home, understanding the throw is waving you off, but Julio Rodriguez probably would have had the most important thing to do there is telling him where to slide, what direction. He's not seeing the play. He's not seeing the ball. Even when you're on deck, you're still in the game. You're still in the play.
2 in with 2 away. Runner at first for a bunting Geraldo Perdomo, who pushes that one foul. And that would have caught everybody by surprise. Kim at third base was back. Ryu's not going to get to that. It's again another example of some of the selflessness in the lineup. Put 2 runners aboard for Tatis, who's up next. And this from a guy in Perdomo yonder who drove in 100 runs last year for the Diamondbacks.
Look at this. He was way back.
Well, that's in no man's land if he keeps it fair. 0-2 the count to Geraldo Perdomo. A little check-in. So this could have gone one of 2 ways for Ryu. And you're thinking, all right, here's a guy who's more of a craftsman than he is a top rail heater guy now, right? So that wrinkle, and we saw the curveball that he used to lock up Tatis to start the game, that could have either set the Dominican lineup back because they're so hot, or they just lick their chops and dig even harder. And it looks like it's B. Perdomo sends that to center field. What a nice at-bat that was. Base hit on a 2-strike count. Runners at first and second for Tatis.
Just a great piece of hitting right there. Gets the changeup down in the zone. And this is what the Dominican team is so dangerous. Even when it's a good pitch down in the zone right there, Perdomo just stays through it. Just love how he goes and gets it with his lower half. There's just no break, Manny, in this lineup. Now you've got Tatis, who crushes lefties. Oh, and by the way, with runners in scoring position against lefties, a .541 slug.
They came to play against Venezuela to wrap up pool play. Hit a 3-run homer with 2 out. Part of the damage in the Dominicans going undefeated in pool play. Into the opposite field. It's going to get Ramirez home. 3-0 DR.
Another 2-out rally. We've seen it all tournament. Gets a fastball down and away. Look at Tatis. Let it travel. Oh, thing of beauty. That was the approach the whole at-bat.
Fernando Tatis Jr. has driven in 10 runs in 4+ games in this tournament. And it looked like that's going to be the end of the road for Hyun-Jin Ryu. He went 45 pitches in going 3 innings on Saturday against Nicaragua. And Korea's going to go to the bullpen early tonight. We'll be right back.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. We say it's a long season and lose our minds by the 3rd inning. It's superstars climbing the wall while the rest of us strain for the remote. And Saturday night, that's locked in. Same night every week. No thinking required. You bring the couch. We'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
The United Football League is back. Professional football in the spring. A game experience like no other.
Beautiful throw, right on the money.
Big energy, high-flying plays, innovative tech.
Wow!
This is just the beginning.
My goodness!
This is the United Football League. It all kicks off March 27th on Fox.
This live golf atmosphere gives me goosebumps.
They're a rowdy bunch. It's so good.
Anthony Kim, now officially the 4th ace.
After a 12-year hiatus, scrambling, fighting, battling to get his playing rights back again.
If you keep fighting, you never lose.
It's one of the greatest comeback stories in any sport in history.
Watch Aramco Live Golf Singapore on Fox Sports. Pato Award was born with his foot on the gas. You could put him behind any wheel. He'd still have groupies. Fortunately for the people of Concord Acres, Pato chose to drive here. You want to catch Pato Award? Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
Hyunjin Ryu gone after an inning and 2/3, and the only pitcher on Team Korea's staff that is senior to Ryu in age is Kyung-Woo No, who just turned 42 years old. And he inherits a bit of a 2-out mess. 3 runs in with 2 runners aboard, and having to face the switch hitter Ketel Marte, who'll flip it around and bat from the left side. Since the start of 2024, No has pitched more games than any other pitcher in the KBO, and he's done all of it since turning 40. Turns out his second act has been his best, and that just dropped off the table.
And you're going to see a lot of that from this Korean bullpen right here. A lot of soft stuff, change-ups. He doesn't throw that hard, around 87 to 88 miles an hour. But the approach for the Dominican has been elite.
Foul ball, says the first base umpire. Man, that looked awfully close. Chris Siegel, who is a big league umpire by day, on top of that call, and it'll stay a ball and 2 strikes on Marte.
It sure was.
Oh, not by much.
Not by much.
Nice call.
It's a little cutter right there, 1-1 count. But when you don't have the velocity, Matty, there's just, as a hitter, you don't respect it, right? You're just trying to see it, make sure it's a strike, and then put a good swing on it. You speed him up, you would think you would slow him down with the changeup.
Got him. Marte swings over the top of a ball in the dirt. However, 3 runs on 3 hits and a couple of walks. Dominicans off to an early 3-0 lead.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Don't know Domino's $9.99 best deal ever? Just pick your crust. Maybe
pan pizza,
gluten-free crust,
thin and crispy too.
Load on up to 7 toppings like
bacon,
3 different types of cheeses,
green peppers,
and get it all for under $10. Only at Domino's.
Here we go. 5, 4.
At MLB Network, covering baseball isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
You're about to be entertained and amazed. So I just want to show you a few at-bats, because it was incredible.
Connecting fans to the game is in our DNA.
Welcome everyone to MLB Tonight, the national pregame show.
We added 2 new pitches this year.
In season.
Hello, family.
Off season.
Not every day we hand out Cy Young awards.
Every season.
That's how we do it here.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America, only on Fox.
Team USA's quest for a championship continues as they face Canada. The World Baseball Classic quarterfinals tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
We do the job. We don't ask questions.
Hi, Dad.
I'm gonna cook and then I have to go.
What?
My mind, it hasn't been right. No one can know.
Memory of a Killer. All new Mondays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Welcome to the World Baseball Classic. They're in charge all time. Bryce Harper.
The best against the best.
It's the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals.
It's gone!
Team USA's quest for a championship continues.
Goodbye!
As they face Canada.
Are you kidding me?
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
6 up, 6 down against Christopher Sanchez. And on the other side of the scorecard, the Dominicans score 3 in their half of the second. And they hand their left-hander a 3-0 lead as he begins work in the top of the third against the bottom third of the Korea lineup. And a big heater has Haesung Kim wave and miss. Kim just 1 for 10 so far in World Baseball Classic play. Won himself a World Series ring with the Dodgers last year. And really played all over the place for Dave Roberts. Most of his time at second base.
He was having a really good spring training, too, before the World Baseball Classic. A couple home runs.
Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up, because not everybody in this tournament can say that. I mean, there are a couple of hitters on the Dominican side that were really struggling in quote-unquote regular spring training play. They get here, whether it's the intensity or the moment, and it's like we're in mid-July all of a sudden.
It's got to be the lights. Play a lot of day games.
That's right. Kim behind another fastball. If this is you and you're up there and you're that late on a couple of heaters, wouldn't you expect something of a similar variety? They're not going to speed your bat up, are they?
But he could be thinking about speeding the bat up. He's got no chance right there.
No chance.
Well, 6 up, 6 down on 22 pitches and 16 strikes. And now has he done it? Well, he's gotten ahead of a lot of his Korean hitters. That good two-seamer, that good slider, that good changeup has been effective tonight. But the confidence, the way he's throwing it, he's going right after them, telling them, my fastball is just better than your swing.
Here's Dong-Won Park, the catcher.
I felt like that start against Nicaragua, he was just overthrowing. His first start in the WBC, packed house, was trying to do a little too much. You can just tell how much better of a rhythm he's got right now in between pitches.
He's really leaned on his sinker so far, first time through the lineup. He's thrown 18 of them now, and he's gotten 15 strikes on those pitches.
And that's a good changeup right there. I mean, you can double up on it. You can go two-seamer away now. He's got it working.
He's already equaled the number of swings and misses tonight that he had in his entire outing against Nicaragua.
And some would wonder, it's just 3 pitches, but they're 3 elite pitches. That's what makes him that tough.
I mean, as it all kind of relates back to what we'll be talking about after Wednesday in some sense, you know, the Major League season. You think there was an element in Philadelphia of, you know, Christopher Sanchez growing up and turning into a staff ace that allowed them to be more comfortable with losing Ranger Suarez to free agency?
No question. He's also got the build for being a guy who can take up to 200 innings a start of a year. He's 6'5", lanky, wiry. The delivery is not aggressive delivery where you would think, okay, there might be some issues there. It's a very flawed delivery. Downhill, letting that action work.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Korean catcher. Not a lot of deep counts tonight either. Up to 32 pitches. Again, Albert Pujols telling us before the game they're going to watch him, hoping for around 60.
Yeah. Park likes the pull here.
He was trying.
Yeah.
Still a full count. Deepest count so far that Sanchez has had to deal with. There is power in this lineup, too. I don't know how it translates between the KBO and facing, in many cases, major league staff aces. But Park has hit 20 or more homers in 3 straight seasons. And he draws ball 4. First Korea base runner tonight. So now Soo-Won Kim, a Korean shortstop coming off a year last season in the KBO where he set career highs all across the board offensively. 15 homers, 44 stolen bases, former first-round pick, who has been called a hit-first shortstop. It's a diplomatic way of saying they're not sold on the glove yet.
It's been an issue. Not shortstop.
Saw him make a nice play tonight. Two balls and a strike. Did you see what we had on the screen there? The Golden Glove Award. It is a very prestigious honor in Korea. It's not quite the same calculus that we award gold gloves here in the States in Major League Baseball. The Golden Glove is given to the best all-around player at each position, so it's more than just defense. Two balls and two strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Christopher Sanchez tonight.
Well, he's used the fastball. He's used the changeup. How about this slider here? Perfectly executed. That's what you call a back foot slider. Christopher Sanchez is aiming at his back foot. That's where he wants to throw the pitch.
All but one of those 5 pitches were sliders. There's a ground ball to third for Machado. Goes the short way. They cut down Kim and strand the one-out walk. Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s already made an impact tonight. He'll bat in the third with the Dominicans on top by 3.
So 20 years until retirement.
At this rate, it's probably going to be more like 40.
Okay, no, way too long. Let's see how much you're spending. Download an app called Rocket Money.
Oh, wow. I've got 3 DoorDash accounts. I totally forgot to cancel those.
You know you can cancel those right in the app? Rocket Money has a clear dashboard that shows you all your income and expenses, helping you stay in control of your goals.
It also shows you a list of all your subscriptions and how much you're paying all in one place. Is this the best budgeting app?
Yes, and it's called Rocket Money.
When my hair started thinning, I didn't want to hear the wisecracks.
I was ignoring my hair because I was a full-time working mother, but luckily I found Nutrafol.
My hair was getting stronger and thicker.
And I finally feel like myself again.
Hey there, everybody, gotta get someone off my chest real quick. Gotta find a therapist who really listens to what I have to say.
Buddy. Look on ZocDoc, 15, 10, 20 therapists, including a guy right here. Don't just listen, really makes you feel like you're being heard.
So,
You've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.
When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify. Designed with easy to customize themes, sell everywhere people shop, and never miss a sale with the world's best converting checkout. See why millions of businesses sell with Shopify. Start your free trial today.
This is the story of the one. The one knows the unexpected can put everything on the line. But with a teammate like Granger, she's confident that she will always win the day. Call, click, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the tea. Today, that same unstoppable spirit drives Ram. Now with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because a promise means nothing unless you back it up. Nothing stops America. Nothing stops Ram.
Juan Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Manny Machado in the Dominican Republic half of inning number 3. Back from Lone Depot Park with Yonder Alonso, Matt Vasgersian. Good to have you with us as the knockout round of the tournament is underway. Winner here tonight gets the winner of the U.S. and Canada, starting up shortly in Houston. A ball and no strikes that count to Juan Soto, who grounded out to end the first inning.
Just love how Soto has moved up in the box, too. He's not throwing that hard.
See a little shuffle there?
Little shuffle.
You think they shuffle in Korea?
Maybe. They flip the bat a ton.
They do. They do. They're good at it. You know, I thought it was we kind of mentioned this earlier, but thought it was fascinating when we heard that a lot of the Korean players today were on the field for the DR's batting practice.
Yeah.
And they were watching almost like from a fan's point of view with their mouths agape. Soto bashes a ball into right center field for a leadoff base hit. That'll bring up Flying Vlad Guerrero. Let's take you back to Game 3 of the American League Division Series against the Yankees. Through midair.
Reminds me of the Pete Rose slides. Head first, belly flop, and tonight, how about this? Matrix.
You know, Austin Wells has been a party to both of these as an opponent and as a teammate. He's seen Flying Vlad for good and evil.
I spoke to him earlier. I said, how you doing, man? He goes, I love this. This is so cool. Just being in the clubhouse. Austin Wells really enjoying this.
Got a little conference here between Chris Siegel and Dan Iasonia. Are they talking about moves to first base?
Yeah. I think he stepped off and he got set and then he stepped off again. So that's 2 already.
Okay.
So they pick off again. If they don't get him out, then he goes to second.
Same disengagement rules as in Major League Baseball.
That's right.
A third disengagement that does not result in an out means that Juan Soto's awarded second base. So look for him to potentially go here. Young Uno came on in relief of Hyunjin Ryu in the second. Finished off the inning. Soto stays put. Vlad sends out into right center. And that's going to go all the way to the wall. Soto being waved around the bag by Carlos Feglis. Oh, what a throw to the plate. And they missed the tag. Soto's safe. Park wants him to look at it again. The ball beat him. I can't wait to see this replay. It looks like Soto got the oven mitt in there.
I thought it was an aggressive send by Carlos Febres, the third base coach right there. I mean, they did this perfect. Perfect strike. They think he got in. Did he get his hand in there? Oh, he's safe.
Awfully tough to see because Manny is right there.
What a slide.
Here we go. We'll take a look at it here. We'll get it here. Oh, I don't know, Yonder. I don't know. I don't know if they ever got there. Did he ever get to the plate? Fans are responding as though the call will be upheld.
Well, you see him right there saying he missed him.
Oh, yeah, look, the ball, he's stuck in the ground. Park's glove got stuck in the ground.
What a slide. I'll tell you what, all the Mets fans were holding their breath.
That's right. That's a good point.
Very aggressive send right there with no outs. You've got to be 100% sure that he's going to make it.
Whoever choreographed Manny Machado to stand right there and get in the way of a good replay did a good job because it's going to be hard to overturn this. Yeah. They're toggling it back and forth on the scoreboard here at Lone Depot Park. And you can see Park himself checking out that replay. His first attempt at the tag resulted in his glove getting stuck in the ground.
Right.
Question is, did Soto get to the plate before that second attempt at the tag?
After review, call on the circumstance. Runner is safe.
4-0 DR.
do the swim move there. Look at this. Sync together. Let's see. Yeah, maybe the back leg, but too close.
First, it's Vlad Guerrero Jr. flying through midair, catching a corner of home plate. And then Juan Soto kind of crashing and tumbling to do the same thing. We're going to have the second pitching change of the night for Team Korea, and we'll be right back.
This is the NASCAR Cup Series on FS1. It's star power and horsepower. It's all gas, no brake. Week in and week out, as the best of the best run the gauntlet. Short track tempers. Good grief. Road course carnage and champagne chaos. This is the NASCAR Cup Series. Las Vegas, Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on FS1. It's the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals. Goodbye! Shohei Ohtani leads the charge for Japan as they look to move one step closer to another crown. Japan versus Venezuela. Tomorrow at 9 Eastern on Fox.
We need to get comfortable with breaking barriers. Women's basketball was never televised when I was growing up. Now we have social media.
People want to be a part of it.
For three, makes it in!
We brought something they hadn't seen.
The way the game was played exploded.
38-0. That is what your goals and dreams are.
Every sport deserves a moment like this.
Nothing is impossible for God.
The Faithful, the 3-week event begins March 22nd on Fox.
Quiet on the set. We're ready. 4, 3, 2.
Well, how dire is this situation for Team Korea? Yes, I know it's still very early in the game, but Korea has tapped their closer to work and try to cut off any more damage. Infield comes in, a run is in, a runner at third base, 4-0 Team Dominican Republic, as Young Park goes to work. Manny Machado lined out to left in his first at-bat.
Fastball, changeup, slider. 91 to 93 miles an hour. Probably one of their more hard-throwing guy out of that bullpen. Seen a lot of raw speeds. 2-0 here.
Line to the left. That's a base hit that'll drop and score Guerrero, and it's 5-0 for the Dominican Republic.
El ministro de defensa is now the ministro of ofensiva, minister of offense. The vintage swing by Manny right there, not trying to do too much. 2-0. For a lot of these hitters, they're able to slow down the moment. Gets a changeup, stays on it. Just very well connected, staying through the baseball. It's one thing we hadn't seen so much in this tournament from Manny, staying through the baseball. He was able to stay there through the baseball.
Junior Caminero had an RBI double and scored in the 3-run second. Back up the middle and through. That's 4 straight hits to open the inning. And in case you're wondering, there is a so-called run rule in the quarterfinal round of the World Baseball Classic. The team is up by 15 after 5 innings, or up by 10 runs through 7 innings. It's a wrap. 5-0 here with 2 runners aboard.
And you're wondering why perhaps Rue, the manager here for Korea, brought his closer in. No outs. It could be a long inning.
5 different Dominican hitters have RBIs tonight. And the count's a ball and a strike on Julio Rodriguez, who has one of them. Three-time All-Star and 2-time Silver Slugger. Drove in a run with a ground ball back in the second.
So good. The takes are just elite right now by everybody in this offense. There's no anxiety. It's very soft when they're landing with their front foot.
I like that you brought that up because I think too often when we talk about international competition and a team like the DR, you talk about the flash, the power, the pedigree. But they have played around the margins brilliantly. They are doing the little things as Julio strikes out. Take, for example, both plays at the plate tonight. On each occasion, the runner on base got to third because of the attention at the plate, taking the extra base, doing the little things, taking walks.
That's what they've been doing.
There is just as much substance to the style.
And I think that was a lot of the message from Albert Pujols. Hey, we can win in a long season a lot of games, but to win championships, you got to do it with a small ball. All the little things matter.
We might see the whole Korea pitching staff this inning. We're going to have another change, and we'll be right back.
Sunday, the spotlight hits Jerry's World for the biggest race party of the year.
Incredible!
It's the first ever Grand Prix of Arlington.
We are witnessing history.
Planes, T-Pain, and automobiles.
Pure perfection.
Fireworks, cheerleaders, and the greatest drivers in the world.
Let's go!
The Java House Grand Prix of Arlington, Sunday at 12:30 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
This Live Golf atmosphere gives me goosebumps.
Anthony Kim, now officially the 4th ace.
If you keep fighting, you never lose.
Watch Aramco Live Golf Singapore on Fox Sports.
The United Football League is back. Professional football in the spring. A game experienced like no other.
Beautiful throw, right on the money.
Big energy, high-flying plays, innovative tech.
Wow!
This is just the beginning.
My goodness!
This is the United Football League. It all kicks off March 27th on Fox.
Our heroes come home with sacrifices most of us can't imagine. As a veteran myself, I've been there and founded Purple Heart Homes to help.
When I tell the story of Purple Heart Homes, it's the freedom to not have to depend on somebody else to do the simple everyday things in life. I'm going to say emotionally they saved my life.
Visit PurpleHeartHomesUSA.org today to donate and learn how you can help.
If it's Saturday night, it's Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
Party's just started for the fans of the Dominican Republic. They likely are not to sit down anytime tonight. Big Guac is the new pitcher for Korea. Second outing of the Classic. He went long, 3 1/3 against Chinese Taipei in pool play. And they're going to need some length out of him tonight because he is already their 4th arm of the ball game. And we're only in the bottom half of inning number 3. Runners aboard with 1 away. Agustin Ramirez taking a big healthy hack.
A little bit harder right there. Velocity, 96 miles an hour on that fastball.
So part of how Team Korea was going to stay in this game, Yonder, we talked about this, was get on base, run, create pressure. Much harder to do when you've got a big deficit early on.
Christopher Sanchez, a lot of credit to him. He's got some no-hit stuff right now. You can do all of that, but you got to get to first base. That's all good and dandy, but that's when you get to first base you want to do those things.
21 runs in the first 3 innings of the first baseball of the World Baseball Classic. These early leads have suited Albert and the Dominican team very well. Slider just missed, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ramirez. Whole different animal managing in a tournament-style format than through the course of a regular season.
Yeah.
Albert has had managerial experience in the Winter League. Here at the Classic, came very close, depending on who you talk to landing the Angels job this year. A job that ended up going to Kurt Suzuki.
We had some great managers in this pool in the first round. I mean, Omar Lopez for Venezuela, Albert for the Dominican, Andrew Jones for the Netherlands, Dusty Baker with Nicaragua, Brad Ausmus with Israel. I would think you look at Albert and stuff he's done already as a manager is unbelievable.
And Ramirez couldn't hold on. Yeah, it's weird to say that a 3-time MVP and a slam dunk first ballot Hall of Famer is building his resume. But it's true for Albert. Building that managerial profile. Here's the question for you. Do you think he wants to do it?
Oh, he wants to definitely do it. Absolutely, no question. When I talk to him, that's his dream. That's his goal, is to be a manager, win a World Series. And I asked him, hey, you've seen it all. He goes, yeah, that's why I'm prepared. I've seen it all. Calm, cool, and collective. He also understands what it's like to be in a clubhouse, right? He understands being in a clubhouse where there could be a lot of egos or young guys. He was a young guy, right? He had to earn his way through the minor leagues. He's been a bench player as well in later parts of his career. Bilingual, which is huge for a team.
2 balls and a strike that count to the multilingual Geraldo Perdomo. Two and 2.
Well, that's a good fastball right there. 4-seam ride. He's shown that good slider.
Just to button up the thought on Albert, even as a young guy, though, I don't think he was getting hazed by Mark McGwire and Jim Edmonds. He showed up and hit 37 homers as a kid. Welcome. You've already graduated. 2 and 2. 2 on with 2 out. As Vin Scully used to say, deuces are wild. And it's a full count now to Perdomo at 3 and 2.
Everybody's going to be running.
Machado and Caminero do go. And it's ball 4 to load the bases. So Perdomo, who has a terrific idea of the strike zone, more walks than strikeouts last year, draws the 2-out pass to load him up for the top of the order, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Okay, so he took a fastball and drove it to right center in his previous at-bat. The fastball at the top of the zone is where Tatis is looking. Everything at the top, the slider, the fastball, he's in go range.
Fernando Tatis Jr. is one big ball away from putting a very difficult damper on Team Korea. Two balls and no strikes. Ketel Marte waiting on deck.
I would be very careful if Tatis sees a fastball here.
Machado, Caminero, and Perdomo aboard. Already a 5-0 lead for Team Dominican Republic. He threw him a fastball. Pretty good one, too.
That's a cut fastball right there. Kind of riding away from the barrel.
Tatis has 10 runs batted in the tournament. And they want nothing to do with him. Make it 11 on a bases loaded walk. It makes it 6-0 Dominicans. Maybe this is why Guac didn't want anything to do with him.
This was against Israel, against the slider right there with the bases loaded. All game they were trying to throw him that slider, and he finally connected. Slam Diego bringing it to Miami.
So Ketel Marte will be the 9th Dominican batter to get to the plate this inning. RBI double by Vlad Guerrero Jr., RBI single by Machado, and his San Diego teammate Fernando Tatis Jr. with a bases loaded walk.
With Marte, he can get swing happy early in counts. If you miss over the plate, he's going to hurt you.
He's had one at bat from the right side of the plate, one hitting left. Guac starts him with a strike. Team Dominican Republic has hit for 37 2/3 innings. They've drawn 37 walks.
I thought you were going to say they've been hitting for 37 minutes for a second.
4 walks tonight.
And that's with a pitch clock.
Look at these 2-out numbers. $6-0 DR. This is the firmest velo that the Dominicans have seen from a Korean pitcher so far tonight. Juan Soto next. He started the inning by singling and scoring. 2-2. Two pitch home. You know, not that it's been an issue tonight, Yonder, but in Korea in the KBO, the ABS system is in play for every pitch. It's not an appeal situation as it will be in Major League Baseball this year. Here we go, full count pitch home. And Marte takes a bases loaded ball 4. From 0-2 to a bases loaded walk. 7-0 for the Dominicans.
Well, now comes a guy that understands the ruling, right? I would think we're going to see another one. Another arm out of the bullpen.
Wow. The 4th pitcher of the inning on his way in for Korea. We'll be right back.
This is the NASCAR Cup Series on FS1. It's star power and horsepower. It's all gas, no brake. Week in and week out, as the best of the best run the gauntlet. Short track tempers.
Good grief.
Road course carnage and champagne chaos. This is the NASCAR Cup Series. Las Vegas, Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on FS1. It's the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals.
Goodbye!
Shohei Ohtani leads the charge for Japan as they look to move one step closer to another crown. Japan versus Venezuela, tomorrow at 9 Eastern on Fox.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month, and it can be all yours for $2.99 a month. Fox Nation is your destination for unmissable content you can't see anywhere else.
What did you do? I told the truth.
Spring won't last forever, and neither will this offer.
Let's go, baby!
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month at foxnation.com.
This brain is 4% larger than average from watching FS1's daily shows. Colin Cowherd, engineered to activate your logical thinking and decision making. Here, and definitely here. First things first. Here, it's thought processing, overstimulated. Beautiful. And this is the chaos zone, triggered by Barstool. How dare you! They hit the abstract center, where play and instinct live. Weekdays on FS1. No brainer.
Well, Juan Pacheco Soto knows a thing or two about ending a game in style. Going 1 for 3 with a homer against the Netherlands, but the biggest homer, a grand slam to put this Dominican team away in the knockout by runs.
Dane Dunning is the new pitcher for Team Korea. Starts Juan Soto with a strike. A couple of bases loaded walks have added to the damage. These are the early termination numbers that we reminded you of earlier. Dunning pitching for Team Korea by virtue of his mother Misu, who was born in South Korea. Just signed a minor league deal with the Mariners a couple of months ago. He'll be headed back to Peoria and the Cactus League when this is all said and done. And he's in front of Soto, a ball and 2 strikes.
So far, no fastballs in this at bat.
You say that like you're surprised. I know you're not.
No. But
Dunning won a World Series with the Rangers in 2023. It was his best season in the big leagues. Went 12-7 for Texas that year. And the 1-2 home. There have only been 3 of them yonder. Yeah. Run rule tournament homers. Full count. Dunning and Team Korea risking a 3rd straight bases loaded walk.
He's playing with fire too. All these pitches have been at the top of the zone. Soto does a lot of damage at the top.
Vlad Guerrero next. 3-2 pitch home, and Soto is in swing mode there.
Swing mode, and he just missed that pitch right there.
Dangerous. The next 3-2. Soto lines it into right, and it carries for on to retire the side. The Dominicans bat around